Hi, it's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Sussex in the UK. This card was my team swap. It was actually inspired by a card in the mini catalogue here. And I'm using the sentiment from this Encircled in Warmth stamp set and some dies that it coordinates with, the Encircled in Beauty dies, which are in the main catalogue. And I'll share over on my blog pictures of the swaps that I got from the rest of the team, which was really lovely. So there's the card. Well, sometimes it's hard to see what the dies will actually cut. So you've got 6 dies. This is the largest, and that creates that panel there. And then you've got this beautiful die, and I have already pre-cut that from the silver foil specialty pack. And this is the brushed finish. And although it says it's silver, it looks purpley to me, which is just perfect because that's my colour. Anyway, that's that one. And then you've got 2 little dies. I'm using this one in my card. And then you've got these dies here. I'm missing a die. Oh, there it is. So these 2 here. Now, if you cut with just the inside bit, you create this, so you end up with a central bit and this lovely cutout. If you use the outside bit, you create this, which is fabulous. So that's that, and then that is the outline. So there's lots of different variations with this, and you get the circle again. So I am going to use this one in my card today, so I'm going to take the rest away. Just leave that to one side. So thick basic white for my card base, and this is half a sheet of A4. So this is 14.8 by 21 centimetres and scored at 10.5 centimetres. I've got a mat of basic white 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, and then I've got a piece of the designer series paper. Now it's check on the back, and there's silver foil elements on here, but because I'm doing the sentiment I'm using is Let It Snow, I thought this was quite appropriate, and I'm going to cut this down. But I thought it would be easier to cut it down and lay it on a white layer than just have it on its own. So that's that. I've got some of the really beautiful white glittery organdy ribbon, which is in the mini catalogue. And then I showed you I've got that layer, and the only other item I've got is one of the snowflakes from the wonderful snowflake pack, that page 25 of the catalogue, and you get 24 of these, and that's rather lovely. So I'm going to layer that like that. I bring my trimmer in, we'll cut that, and then we'll do the little bit of stamping, and then it's literally just assembling it. So you can be quite random with these cuts. I'm going to do an inch, an inch, an inch and a quarter, 3/4 of an inch, and then we've got the slightly bigger one at the back. So I'm going to leave those like that. I've got my heat tool and some embossing powder, white emboss powder. I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the inside, and that's basic grey. Hopefully I will get that straight enough. Not quite, but it's a homemade card. who needs to be straight. And then normally I would heat emboss and then die cut, but I've already die cut this, as you can see, so I'm just going to pop that there. A little dust buddy and some Versamark. And that's kind of straight. Perfect. So I've got my heat emboss powder in a little tray. Just makes it easier. Tap off the excess. I'm going to use a pair of snips just to hold this down. And if you excuse the noise. That's that. And it's just a case of assembling now. So my tip to do this is pop these down, work out the spacing before you start gluing anything down, and I think it's always worth doing the top and bottom first. So I'm just going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue. And as I've said to you in the past, you actually don't need a huge amount of this. And the DSP is cut to exactly the same width. Did I? Doesn't matter. Put the glue on. This was a bit of a mean card to make everybody make. There was a lot of die cutting and then poking out of pieces. And it was the first in-person class. Felt a bit mean. There we go. That's perfect. So I'm going to actually adhere. The way I did it, put one extra little piece in there that's not popped out. That's popped out now. I'm going to just add glue. A little bit of glue round that edge there. Try and get it in the middle a little bit. I'm going to pop this bit up with dimensionals. And it's obviously entirely up to you how you do this, but that covers up that space there. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue just on the center of that bit. And these are lovely, these snowflakes, because they're iridescent. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that up with a couple of dimensionals as well. Get a little bit of depth on there. Lovely. Now, the ribbon, I always try and tie my bows with my ribbon on the reel. This ribbon is really lovely. I love the little sequiny bits in it. Just have to have a little play with it. That's perfect. What do I do with my snips? Those tails like that, and then I'm just going to take another extra bit. I've got a glue dot. I'm going to pop a glue dot under there. And stick that there. Put that over the top, and I'm going to secure that with another glue dot around the back there, and then one final glue dot. You could use tape or whatever. One final glue dot on the back of the bow. And that goes on top of there and hides a multitude and hides all the other. Just going to put that up a little bit. Lovely. And then that can go onto the base. You could pop this layer up with dimensionals as well if you wanted to add even more, but it was quite funny. I made this card as the team swap, and there were 12 of us that did it, and I made them, and I thought, I nearly changed my mind. I nearly kept them because I thought they would be lovely to go in my Christmas card stash. But I didn't. So there we go. There will be a link in the description box below to my online store. And also my blog, which will have more details on there. And I will be back again next week with another project. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Bye for now.